What's going on, party people? Oh, there's someone in the server. Let's see who this is. Oh, it's the coin of filth. Oh shit. It's the filthy coin. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Hang on. I forgot to... remember now. I'm a terrible person. There we go. There we go. So, one thing that Filthy wanted us to do was every time we what you call it? Oh man, there we go. Every time we stream, FilthyCoin wants us to put it on the thing. On the thing. Ah, shit. Where do I put it? Coin. Where do I put this? Hang on. Oh, there is some interesting discussion. Must watch. Is it must watch? Oh, it's on there. Oh, delightful. All right. There we go. We're back. And shit. Forgot to pull the thing back up. We're having amateur hour tonight on the stream. But it's okay. Landy, what's going on? We're doing a little amateur hour tonight. We're gonna get back into it. As soon as I figure out what the frickin' hell's going on with my shit. We'll do that. And oh my gosh. I don't want to be on my YouTube. I want to be on my other YouTube. So I have more than one YouTube. I have my me one, and then I have my me one. And honestly, I don't want to get nailed for copyright thing again, so we're gonna throw some groovy sounds up in here. Where is it? Playlists. Ooh, melodic dubstep. That sounds fancy.
The dealer gives you a trade-in offer.
Ooh.
You take it?
There we go. There. How's that? Is that nice and subtle? Yeah, you know what? I mean, it's what we got to do up in here. All right. So I was gonna stream tonight, and then I wasn't gonna stream tonight because I had to deal with an irritating phone call from the ex. She pretty much calls me just to piss me off sometimes. And unfortunately, she's still able to do it pretty well. What have you been saying, Filthy? All right. So I did get an idea. Yeah, it just, man. So she called, and what she'll do is she'll wait till it's late at night, and I swear she knows when I have duty the next day. But she calls and, oh, I've been thinking about this because it's been bothering me, and I wanted to say something to you, and you probably don't realize it's a problem. But it was like a conversation that I had with my daughter, years ago. I don't remember the conversation, and apparently my mother was on speakerphone afterwards, and she said some some inappropriate things. My daughter's gay, and I don't care that she's gay, whatever. My mom, of course, has some pretty strong opinions on the matter, and she made some comments, apparently. I don't remember them, but then again, I hear that kind of thing, and I just pretty much tune out. So, I guess my daughter was upset at the time, and somehow it came up recently with them at their house, and said, Dad didn't say anything. Well, I didn't say anything because I don't even process that. Oh, dang. Why isn't it? Why can't I do, like, not full of that? How do I do that? Older generation, let's see. You're having 3 a.m. snacks? What's going on, Filthy? I find older generations are way less tolerant than they say they are. Yeah, they are. Oh, yeah, they are. I mean, I am from an older generation than I would say most of the people that we stream with, and most of the people that watch our streams. I'm actually older than you are, Lanny. And I don't know, I consider myself pretty, I mean, I hate to use the word tolerant, but, I work with people from all walks of life, and I don't care where you came from, I don't care what color you are, I don't care who you sleep with, I don't care about any of that. Whatever. You do you. I've had people that work for me that are they're gay or they're bisexual or whatever. Don't care. You know what? Can you do the job? Are you a good person? That's all I care about. Because it just doesn't matter. Progressive. Yeah. It just I don't get it. I really don't get it. I mean, years ago, where I work, there was a ban on gay people, and because they could do that, and then when the ban was lifted, I guess everybody knows exactly what it is that I do for a living. Well, pretty much what I do for a living, So prior to 2012, there was the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy in the Navy. And then that policy got lifted. And, Big Navy was worried about it. They're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Well, guess what you're going to do? Nothing. It's no big deal. None of us care. It's not an issue. It's not an issue unless you make it an issue. Unless you make a big deal about it. And guess what? It's not anything to make a big deal about. But I'm off my rant. So let's see. So that is the apothecary. This is the one of these days I'm going to get better at knowing what the names of some of these things are. This is a clothier. This is a cobbler. And I'm kind of doing this little alleyway entrance here and here. I got to figure out what my color palette is over here. Don't we on the floor and wash your hands. That's all, man. Yeah. I mean, God, don't be a savage. We do need to get some. Do need to get a color palette going here, don't we? So this is, and I know some of you think I'm kind of weird for doing this, but this is how I roll. This is what I do. This is my thing. It's my jam. Where the frickin' hell? There it is. Half timbered walls. It's called Tudor, people. Alright, we're gonna go with that. Actually, I still need that. I don't need that. We're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Gray plaster, Tudor diagonal. Oh shit, which one did I get? Tudor cross? Gray plaster with Tudor. Maybe we'll go with gray plaster with Tudor. Yeah. We'll make it work for us. Rather than working for the establishment, we'll make the establishment work for us. So we're going to tutor this bad bird out. Yeah. So Trilliton sent me a link to a new, it's a new add-on, and it works with Conquest. And I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. It's in the Discord. It's over on Trilliton's Discord. I downloaded it. I put it on 1.12.2, but I did not put it on the server yet. I meant to. I just didn't get around to it. You know, work, that kind of stuff. Ooh. Yeah, we like that. But yeah, I didn't get around to putting it on the server. I'll put it on the server, but this time I gotta remember to tell Jaggy and Primitive Panther and tell Kara before I put something on the server that changes the server. Because I am terrible at that. Absolutely terrible at that. I go and I change something on the server, like add a mod, like go, oh, I don't know, chisel and bits. And, well, Jaggy knew. Jaggy knew when I did that one, because I told him, I was like, oh yeah, dude, I'm going to drop it like it's hot. We're going to go some chisel and bits action. And, Primitive Panther, who is the, he's one of the founding members of the server, he came on, shoots me a message on the Discord. He's like, hey, well, let me try and do the Primitive Panther voice. Hey, man, what's chisel and bits? Jumped on the server and saw some chisel and bits. And that's my Primitive Panther voice. But yeah, and then I told him, I was like, oh yeah, it's this mod and it does this cool stuff. And of course, at the time, I just knew what it did. I didn't know how to use it, like, at all. And I got better at it. I'm okay at it now. I'm nowhere near as good at it as Kara is and Jaggy is and Emu. They're really good at it. But yeah, we had it on there. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's right about center line. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. So yeah, put it on the server, and oops, sorry. But he was not real happy with me that I'd done something and neglected to tell him. Shit, what button is it? Oh, that's the button. I have it relatively the same. It's relatively the same setup here that I have on 1.12.2, but there's a slight difference. So it throws me off, and I have to readjust every time a little bit. And the thing that's actually become the most troublesome for me, which is going to sound weird since I've been complaining about it, it's actually not my paintbrush anymore. That's not the thing that's troubling for me. Now, I've gotten so used to using chisel and bits on stuff that chisel and bits has taken over as like one of my go-to things that I love dearly. And now when I'm building, I think, oh gosh, it would look good there. And it just blows me away that I've gone from one style of building to another, completely embracing chisel and bits. You miss it? Yeah, oh gosh. It's so cool, the things you can do with it. And like Castle Dukon is a lot of chisel and bits. Oh, I don't think I could do it. I'll be honest. Because I was a shit builder in vanilla. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna try and church it up. I was a shit builder in vanilla, and let's go something like that. I would build, because I'd build with my kids, and I'd build the stereotypical, freaking Minecraft stuff with them. Where's that? Spruce vertical quarter. I think that's the one I want. I'm still getting used to some of this. Yeah, that'll work. And it, I would build the stereotypical, shitty little stuff. And I was terrible. I was absolutely terrible. And and I've talked about it before, how I branched over into Conquest. I think I talked about it on my channel. Actually, I know I did. Building with the kids, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you can do this." And yeah, where is it? It's wood frame, is it? No. Is it just frame? What is it? Where is it? It's the wooden window. It's a specific type of wooden window. I think it's over here. Railing. It's that very classic looking window that has like a wooden frame. Gosh, what is it? Maybe it's under glass. It may not even exist in 1.15.2. Oh no, there it is. There it is. What's it called? Diagonal square pattern glass window. Okay. So we actually gave it a proper name rather than, because it used to be like wooden framed window or something like that. So yeah. Yeah, oh, I love it. I love it. And it's, I started using it a lot when I was doing, when I first started WhaleBorough, I really started using it a lot more. Which one works? Which one works? Do we want to go oak? No, no. Those, I don't like those. No. Let's splash a little color on here. When I first started doing WhaleBorough, I started using it a lot more, and I really liked it. And I found that it had, it was just it's such a cool block, and it's such cool glass. And I guess it works better if we use the right block, doesn't it? There we go. There we go. There, come on. There we go. It's such a cool block, and you can do so much with it. Ooh, oh gosh, do we have the other one? Oh, we do. Good. And it just looks, it looks very, I don't know, rich. Is that the right word? Looks very. I hesitate to say English, but I mean, for a lot of ideas for things, there's a show that I watch, and I've watched it over and over and over again, and it drives my girlfriend absolutely batshit crazy. And it's called Secrets of British Castles. And I grew up partly in England, and so I got to see all the castles. And so going and seeing them, it was like a throwback for me. It was cool. Watching that show. And so I use those for, quite a bit for reference for things. But I'm just a little weird. Yeah, I love the show. There's 2 seasons of it. And it's Dan Jones, I believe, is the narrator. And I've actually read some of his books. They're very, very good. And I know I don't sound like what you all would typically think that a sailor sounds like. Yeah, I read books. It's weird. So tell me more about Castle Dukon and a project inspired by Dukon Red. Okay, so back in June. So when I first started the server, which was back in March, that's when I first started doing building online. I actually started on YouTube. I'd been building in Conquest for quite a while, but I'd never done anything, live. And so I started doing the videos and that. And the reason that I actually got into Conquest Reforged was Dukon Redwood. And I really liked the way he builds, and I liked his voice a lot. He as weird as it sounds, he has a very soothing voice and very calming, and I like his attention to detail. And I like the way he would take structural components into his build. He would account for that kind of thing. And being an engineer, that meant a lot to me. Yeah, it is on Netflix. Yeah, it being an engineer, it meant a lot to me, and it really spoke to me quite a bit. We're going to style this out, by the way. We're not going to leave it the way this is. I'm just trying to get color on the walls. So I actually downloaded Conquest Reforged, and at the time I was going through quite a bit. The ex-wife and I, we were having our marital problems, and we tried to work it out quite a bit, and it was more that I wanted to work things out. I wanted to work on things, and she did not. And so I was going through a tough time, and yeah, I didn't have anything that I didn't have something to do. I had Minecraft. I had my other games and stuff, and so I got into Conquest Reforged, and I started building, and I watched every single thing that Dukon ever made, and watched him religiously, and really enjoyed every series that he had, every build that he had. Fast forward several years, I started my own channel, and Dukon had left, and and I was sad to see him go, but I understood why he left, and I think he left for the right reason. He retired. And when I started the channel, I decided that at some point in time, I was going to do a project that was going to be a tribute to Dukon. And, kind of my own homage to Dukon Red 1. And the fact that his building really helped me through a time that I wasn't doing so great. Not by any stretch of the imagination. And so I wanted to do something. And, it's not going to work there, is it? No, it's not. This will, right? Oop. Yeah, that'll look kind of fancy. But yeah, I wanted to do something. So there is a castle that it's grand like Castle Crine. And it's big like Castle Crine. And it's beautiful like Castle Crine. And I knew I could build it. And I'm not under any illusion that I'm anywhere near as good as Dukon is. But I know that I have talent, and I know that I'm pretty good, and I know that I have an artistic eye. And I decided that, and I talked about a project on my channel that I was working on the side, and I actually was building it on a single player level. And I kept dropping hints in videos, and Takeo Kara, she actually picked up on it, and one of my other subscribers, Helder, she picked up on it. They didn't say anything, but after I released the Project X preview, because I referred to it as Project X, and I released the Project X preview, and that was one of my videos that I got the most views out of, and I posted it on Reddit, on the Conquest Reforged Reddit, and exactly what it was. And that was actually out of all the videos, oops, wrong one. Out of all the videos that I've done, that one was my most emotional video. And it actually took me a long time to figure out exactly how I was going to do it. And it took me a while to really grasp, figure out what music am I going to put to it, because it's got to be something that means a lot to me and means a lot to the project, and it seems silly, but when I do my cinematics, I try to convey an emotion, and I chose Gary Jules' Mad World, and it was a cinematic, and right at the time, Project X, now known as Castle Dukon, or Project Dukon, It was a wireframe. It was less than this as far as detail, but there was quite a bit of it built. And it was a fly around, and I had the shaders on, and everybody loved it, what I did. And I still love it, and I still build on it, and I'm still building on it. And then Kara came to the channel, and she came to the server, and Jaggy came to the server, and they both want to help me build it, and they are helping me build it. So it's turned into not just me making a showpiece build for DuCon. It's several of us now on the Yevenia server. Building something for DuCon because of what he did for the entire community. Because there's a lot of us that build in the community because of DuCon Red 1. And, Coin actually asked me about it one time, and it's like, hey, you know that he's still around? And I said, yeah, I know. And, I've thought about it before, how cool would it be to actually talk to DuCon? But at the same time, I don't know that I would want to talk to DuCon. I mean, I do. I'd love to talk to him. I'd love to tell him how much of an impact he's had on me as a builder, and what he got me through. But at the same time, I'm not one of the biggest builders. I'm not one of the biggest YouTubers by any stretch of the imagination. I'm a small time streamer. But it was very important to me to do something for DuCon because of what he did for me. So that's Castle DuCon. And I apologize for getting emotional about it, but it's a very emotional thing for me. And I have no idea what I'm doing with this frickin' roof. But I'm trying to make it... I have an idea in my head of what it looks like. And we're just gonna go with it and see what happens. That's half the stuff I do when I build. I just kind of let it out. Let fly. Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. It's important to me, and I have times where I have no idea what I'm doing with the project. And I have times where, like, I've got things on the WhaleBorough server where they are obviously things that I started building. That's an attempt by me to get away from WhaleBorough. And there's times on the WhaleBorough server where I feel like it's run its course. And then I get another idea, and I build something else. I mean, the Riverwalk started because I don't remember what it was I saw. I saw something. Man, wouldn't that be cool? It was a picture in Germany. Germany or Amsterdam. I thought, man, that would be cool. I got to do that. I got to do something like that. And and half my ideas for things, they come from watching something on the History Channel, or watching something on, one of those channels. Because I don't really watch a whole lot of normal people TV. I just don't. One, I don't have the time for it, and two, most of the programming, it just bores me. I have shows that I watch, kinda, but not really. So I watch a lot of History Channel and that kind of thing. I watch a lot of, that's gonna work. That's gonna work nice. But that's what I watch. So if you ever wondered, oh God, what does Ronan watch when he watches TV? That's what I watch. If it's about building a castle, then I watch it, or I've seen it, or I've got it on Blu-ray or something. You get bored to tears by most TV. Yeah, it can get so boring. It's all the same stuff all the time. All of it. It's all the same stuff. Oh man, this is gonna take some brain power to do this one. Get this right. I do have to say that 115.2, the need to do oh darn, we'll have to think about that. Maybe we'll do this here. Yeah. With 115.2, the restrictions that have been placed upon me by the Coin of Filth, it has made it to where I've had to go back to some basics a little bit. George Clark has done a new series on some of the National Trust properties during lockdown, but they don't show as much as I thought they might. Oh yeah? I'd have to give it a watch. Yeah, I just all 99% of the time I just I watch some History Channel type stuff, or I watch oh gosh, what did I do over there? That's what I did over there. And then we're gonna do that, even though that will get hot right there. That's one thing that it probably drives some people nuts that I do, but it's how I build. I think about, like, with chimneys and fireplaces and things like that. I think about, well, how hot would it be right there? Is that going to cause a burn on the wood? Can I put wood there? And I didn't even realize I was doing it. And one of my subscribers actually made a comment about it and said, every time you build, you talk about the engineering involved in things. And I said, well, yeah. And I do it subconsciously. It drives me nuts. You'll see some of these fantastic big builds, and people do stuff that it wouldn't work, and I always have to tell myself it's a fantasy build. Yeah, I have to do it. And you know what? And with 115.2, there's no reason for me to do it still this way. Because I could build just straight up build. But what's the fun in that? You got to see the shape of it. You got to see it come alive. It's got a. Where is the block? There it is. It's got a. I liken it to It's like sculpting. Not that I've ever sculpted anything in my life, but I kind of liken it to sculpting. You know, my son actually, he made a comment about it, and he said, you know, Dad, he's like, when you do your builds, because he's watched the channel. He actually only recently told my kids that I was a content creator, and he's watched the channel, and he said, you know, it's like you do that thing that he knows who Lord Dacker is. It's like you do that thing that Lord Dacker did. Like, what do you mean? Well, you build in wool, and then you just like sculpt out these castles and these things, and I'm like, well, yeah. And I really didn't think of it as sculpting until he said that. You know, that's actually an interesting way of looking at it. Sculpting. And I hadn't looked at it that way before. Yeah, but now I do. So yeah, I guess that's what we are, is we're sculptors. Artists. Yeah. Uh-oh. I think we have a music issue. 1 second. Video pause. Continue watching? Yes. There we go. I gotta find a better way of getting music on the stream than what I currently do. And I always say that. I always say I'm gonna have to find a better way. And I never look for one. I never look for a better way. Even though I always say, we gotta come up with a better way of doing this. I think we're gonna do the old-fashioned style on this one. You know, what is this block? Gray whack mortar wall? Okay. BR's Conquest. Gray whack. Whack. Underscore mortar. Wall. 2. See that. What is that? That's I think that's 35-1. I'm just kidding. I know exactly what it is. I actually so there were a couple people that were convinced that I had all the block numbers memorized, you know, for builds. I don't. I don't actually have them memorized. I have a lot of them memorized. They're different for 115 too. Some of them are anyway. There we go. No, I don't like that. I don't like that area either. So here's a thing. So is the invisible light. So I used to use this trick, and then you go coal layer, and we'll grab some of that while we're at it too. I'd just do a coal layer on top, and usually the light would shine through. Well, it doesn't shine through in 115.2, and I think it's because I have shaders turned off. Because a lot of my viewers don't like when I have shaders on, because it's hard to see, especially when I do interiors. But I gotta put this block right now because I'm thinking about it, and I think this will actually look pretty darn good when it's all done up. Yeah, that's the look I'm going for. Yep. But yeah, so the invisible light, it doesn't do the thing. You can also hit them with the debug stick too. Actually, you know what? That's something that I've never done. How do I describe a stick? So I've seen some of you guys do that. And what do? Is it just slash debug? Because I've actually never... No? No. Look in utilities. 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 Debug stick. Oh. Okay. Yeah, invisible light has no properties. Darn it. So what does the debug stick do? Huh. That's clever. No, I didn't. Do you have to hold C on invisible light? Oh, shit. Thanks, Filthy. Oh, hey. By the way, mate, there's a bunch of water in there. Press C. Press C on invisible light while holding it. Visible light. Yeah, I can't. I'm terrible. I'm terrible at it. You know, I can do other accents. I just can't do. I can't do an Aussie accent. Yeah, I mean, everybody can say good day, but I just can't. And you know what? When I went to college, a buddy of mine across the hall, in medium and low light levels. So do you think it's because I don't have shaders turned on? Or something else? Because does it light up for you guys? Actually, hang on one second. I gotta grab more coffee. Just a sec. Because my... I have my shaders turned off. Mostly because FilthyCoin complained, but I'm just kidding. Hang on. Time, set, night. But see, I don't have any glow at all. Yeah, blame Filthy 2020. It is. It totally is. But see, like I don't have any light coming off of that at all. I don't know if there's something that I've got. Let's see. Dynamic lights fancy. Quality anisotropic filtering is turned off. Emissive textures on. Better grass. We'll turn that on. Fancy. Connected textures fancy. Custom sky on. Custom models. Your light levels on bright. Oh shit, light level. What should I put it at? Set it back to moody? Okay. Video settings. There we go. I don't know why it wasn't on moody before. Okay. Okay, alright. And now we'll go with you know what I need to do? I need to do that. Oh, damn. Come on, I just want to put one under there. Dang it. Dang it! It's too bad we can't do that like a glass block, you know what I mean? I think it's too thick, it's bloody dark. Oh wait, you know what? There we go. Put it back. I think it's just because in 112.2 that's more of a glass block. It's an emissive block. So, you know, what else do I have set wrong? Because I didn't change anything on here. I've got shaders turned off. Quality, what else do I have on here? This should be different. Better grass, fancy, custom fonts, fancy. Natural textures off, custom colors on, better snow, whatever. Custom items. Performance. So I think that should be all good. Does wool carpet do the same? We could go with like a black wool carpet. We'll give it a go, see what happens. Oh, that was stupid of me. Oh, wait. Well, there's a little bit of a glow there. I don't know. I'm going to find a different way to do it. You know, the other thing I could do, and honestly, this might not be a bad idea, is just do this. I can do this. I could do that, and then I'll do, yeah, I'll do this. I don't know. I'm not in love with that, but it's a little bit different, a little bit better. I need a different flooring for in here. We'll get to that. Oh, did we decide that, did we decide that, did we decide that, that this isn't allowed? So many different choices. So many different choices. Oh, this is going to be a trick, variating this. This is going to be, ooh, this is definitely going to be a trick. Pew, 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 pew. It's going to be interesting. Darn it, I didn't want to do it that way. You know, I'm just going to come through and I'm going to variate it later. Transparency and lighting is handled differently in Minecraft after 1.13 to boost performance. Yeah, but I don't think I have a problem. I don't have a problem with performance. Are you saying, Filthy, are you saying that you have performance issues? Is that what you're telling us? There's something you'd like to get off your chest. This is a safe place. You can tell us. You can tell us. We're here to listen. Yep. Yep. So it was spoken. So shall it be. Oh man. This is... I'll tell you what, these unusual roofs where you're doing weird stuff, they can be a trick. Oh shoot. Do that there. Get this. Like that. There we go. Okay. Yeah. You talked about it every stream. The lighting's different in this one, mate. I don't know. I'm not even gonna try. I'm so horrible at that. And that's actually that's not what you sound like. So, for those of you that watch my stream that have never seen FilthyCoin, number one, shame on you. Because you gotta get your FilthyCoin on. But number two, he doesn't sound like that. He's got more of a like a Gilbert Godfrey meets Chris Hemsworth kind of voice. You know, it's motivating. Gilbert Godfrey meets Chris Hemsworth. He's a national treasure, isn't he? Like I'm doing a bad Beatles impression? Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, it's what's funny is like I at work I'm one of the ones that does a lot of the different voice impressions, and I mean there's certain ones that we do all the time. Like I think actually on my last stream I did the Casey Kasem. Um, yeah, it was on my last stream. I did the Casey Kasem, and that was one that I always did it as kind of a joke. Um, and I got in trouble a couple times for it, but it was worth it. So worth it because it's hilarious. I don't know. Did you ever? Have either one of you ever heard of Casey Kasem? You know the American DJ. He did Casey's Coast to Coast. Played top 40. As back in the 90s or the 80s and the 90s. He would do it was Casey's Coast to Coast, and he would count down like the biggest the biggest songs across the land that week, and he would talk about them, and he would talk about the song, and what they went through to write the song, and stuff like that, and invariably there was somebody who had sent him a letter about the song. And there was always a story, where somebody had sent him, some sad story of, personal strife, and how the song got them through some hard time. So I took that, and in typical sailor fashion, I cheapened it. And, after a fashion, I made it better. You had people calling in, and there was usually these terrible things that had happened to them. There was, somebody had lost a brother, or mother or grandmother, that kind of thing, in a fire or something. And some song had helped them get through that period of their life, and then he would play the song. So enter Ronan, and I would do the Casey Kasem. We had these things called sound powered phones, and I would do the Casey Kasem for that one of those songs, and so it would be. There was one. I think I did this one the other night. We'll go about like this. This next letter comes from a young girl named Tiffany from Schenectady, New York. In it, she writes, "Dear Casey, recently my family went through a flood in the Shenandoah Valley. Their entire house washed down the river, and we've been struggling to get through this hard time. If you could play a song, it would help us rebuild our house and our lives." Well, Tiffany, here's "Blame It on the Rain" by Milli Vanilli. And that was one of my favorite ones. But it was always kind of poking fun at that show. And incidentally, Casey Kasem did the voice for Shaggy on the Scooby-Doo cartoons. So, little bit of history. Little bit of history. And this roof line is unusual roof line. But you know what? It's thatch. And since we didn't get an answer from the coin of filth on whether or not we can do thatch. Because Lady Landria asked, and there was a silence from the coin. It's a bad idea to use it, as you'll lose it in updates. Oh, really? I thought it was just that you didn't like thatch or something. You're in and out all the time? Yeah. And see, here I thought that you just didn't like thatch. Oh. Unused to love it. Your typing skills are, I mean, I'm moved by your typing skills. Your capability with the keyboard is humbling, really. Well, shit. If oh gosh, I could get. You know how I could get rid of this real quick? I won't do it. No! Select area. Yeah, I could do that. I could do this. See if that works. There we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna, if it's gonna look like crap, or it's gonna come out like crap, then we'll skip the thatch. I can do this with tile, actually. Where it'll give the same vibe without the danger. Oh, mask thatch? Oh, yeah. Oh, did you like the thatch? I'm gonna just select the area and replace. Oh. Yeah. Let's see. Well, does that work? Mask. That. Is it thatch? Yeah. I guess I was kind of hoping that brown thatch tracer. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Conquest. Brown. Underscore. Thatch. BR. Sphere. 35. 4. 2. Oh, sweet. I picked the one that's like there's not much of. Brown Thretch Tracery. Tracery. Oh, whoops. You know what? You know how I could make this real easy to do? With that replace tool. With my paintbrush. Yeah, it's.
What is the highest mountain in the world? Mount Everest, I think.
how did I do that one?
K2 would be the second largest one, hence K2.
Boop, 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 boop. Alright, we're gonna... I just realized that we could have a critical error down there, so we'll change that color. Something else.
Paired with a 100,000-mile warranty,
Let's see.
certified pre-owned. There are nearly endless options, so you can
We'll just make it green.
but make no mistake.
Yeah, green will work.
Every vehicle. Peace of mind.
And mostly I do this in 115 to
Certified pre-owned.
one, it's give me a guideline. Two, it's for sculpting. And it makes me think about it. If I knew who taught you about the bug, I'd probably complain about it less. Oh yeah. Well, so do you know where I learned that tool from? Because only people that have been using Conquest for a long time probably know that tool well. Because there's only a few of us that actually use it a lot. Yeah. There's a lot of the way I build in things are very mimicked after a certain person. Shoot. And I'm not trying to build like him. It's just that style just works for me. There we go. We'll come back and we'll fix that. You get called tree killer? Oh. So so I have schematic brush on my server, and I showed Jaggy schematic brush. I painted in a forest, and you know, I had him standing in the field where I was going to put the forest. Well, he was standing there. It's not like I said, "Hey, go stand over here." He was standing in the field, and I said, "Hey, you may not be able to see this very well from where you're standing." And you know, he's from I can't remember exactly which part of England he's from. He's actually, I think he's close to where Teiko's from, because she's in southern England. But I told him, like, yeah, you're probably not gonna be able to see it much from where you're standing, but okay. And you know, he's like, oh no, I might. It's okay. And shoot, did I? Yeah, okay, we're good. So I painted in a full forest with schematic brush, which is something I watched on one of Ducon's videos years ago, and I loved it, and I kept trying to find ways to get it to work. And I didn't know how to get it, because I didn't have a bucket server, and I didn't have Spigot, and I was like, God, how can a tool this cool be stuck on that? And it wasn't until April that I figured it out. I figured out the power of SpongeForge. And so I laid out a forest, and Jaggy was in the middle of the forest, and he had to dig himself out. He was less than pleased. Buried me. Oh, it's good for you. don't really like this, but I can clean that up actually with a thing. We can fix that. We can fix it. You know what's interesting, and I guess I didn't think about it before I started doing live streams and started doing videos and whatnot. But what's really interesting is the number of younger viewers that we get. And that's one of the major reasons why I try to keep my my YouTube channel very family friendly. You know, I make a conscious effort to watch my language. And on my recorded videos where I'm doing a build, which I haven't done one of those in quite a while, so I probably should remedy that. But on those builds, I'm very careful about what I say. Over here, of course, I have it set to mature audiences, and I've even made a comment on my YouTube channel about it and said, you know, I am streaming on Twitch now for Soror and for what you call it. Are you gonna roll up? Oh my God, 4:30 a.m. Oh God, what time is it for me? Ooh, it's getting late for me too. I actually probably should go to bed too. I've got duty tomorrow, which is not fun. Let me just go ahead and lay a couple more bricks here. We gotta figure this out. I gotta figure that out. All right, Lainey, thanks for hanging out. You get some sleep. I'm a firm believer that it's up to the parents to monitor what their kids watch YouTube, though I would probably be a lot lighter on the language because they just ban the vids. Yeah, it's, you know, it is on the parents, and I've actually had I've actually gotten messages from parents of subscribers. You know, well, the subscriber, but it's, you know, hey, this is so and so's mother, and you know, I really appreciate that you have a clean channel. So, and it's because of that I really try to keep it clean. Because I don't know. It's, oops. And then over here, you know, on Twitch, you know, I've got it set to mature audiences because I don't know, it's more, we're more hanging out doing builds, you know, and there's a lot more trial and error that I show. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I, you know, and I agree with you. And it's, you know, I mean, you're a parent, so you get it. I mean, sometimes there's just, you know, certain language slips out. You know, it just happens. It's, you know, and my kids, you know, of course, my kids are older. Oh, we'll have to fix that up a little bit. This looks absolutely terrible right now, but it's going to look good because it's a weird roof. I like doing weird roofs. I like doing weird roof lines because they're a challenge and they can look really cool. Yeah, it's, you know, I mean, Who wants to? I don't want to build a house that's got a roof line that's just like this, where it's boop, boop, and it goes straight back. You know, I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different roof lines in here. And plus, you come back on this side, here's another roof line. I threw this in here because I needed a kitchen. You know? I don't like doing normal roof lines. Because they're so boring. You know, they don't have the right feel to them. So, I don't do them. I'm not feeling the blue. Ooh, red clay tile? Maybe. Red clay beaver tail tile. I kind of like that. Alright, mask, 35, 4. BR, sphere, red, clay, B. Oh yeah, what's it called? Red clay beaver tail tiles. Okay. BR, sphere, oh, Conquest. Duh. Red, clay. There it is. 2. Oh God. God, it's just like always. At least 15.2 is more forgiving on that, because you remember in 12.2, you'd go to do that, and you could bind a brush to a block. Like, oh no! I got told in Vigo's Discord that this project was never going to work because of the angle. I'm like, hold my beer. Yeah. Oh yeah, I love it when people say, oh, you know, it's never going to work, or like, oh, that's probably not a good idea. Really? Okay. I got told that about WhaleBorough. Yeah, well, WhaleBorough's not going to work. There's so many established Minecraft builders, and oh, you know, it's just gonna be more of the same thing. And well, no, it's different. Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't like hearing, oh, you can't do that. It's like, huh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, oh, you shouldn't do that. Why not? Oh yeah, they love to do it. I don't get it. Oh, that'll never work. Oh yeah? Nobody's gonna watch you. Okay. You know what? I may not have any viewers. I may have 2 viewers. You know, I may be talking to myself half the time. And that's fine. And you know what? When I first started out, I was talking to myself a lot. And then all of a sudden I started getting viewers. And I started getting people who were interested in the builds. And like, oh, that's really cool. Or how did you do that? And you use a lot of world edit. I would never be able to do that. And that's why, like with world edit especially, I do the different tutorials that I do, because world edit freaks people out. You know, people get all worried about, oh, I can't use world edit. I'm terrible at world edit. Well, why? Why are you terrible at world edit? People are, in their own mind, they're terrible at world edit because they're afraid to use it. Because they don't know how to use it. Because most of the tutorials that you find on World Edit are horribly complicated. And they're good, you know, don't get me wrong. They're good tutorials. But they're good tutorials for somebody who knows how to use World Edit. They're not good for people that are just starting out with World Edit, and all they want to know is how did FilthyCoin paint that whole section that fast? You know, how did Ronan replace all those blocks just doing that? You know, how did Riven Gaming delete his entire server on accident? You know, it's, you know, they don't want to know, yeah, how to use Move, the simple things. And that's, so I did that series of tutorials on World Edit showing how to do that stuff. Because I remember when I was first starting with World Edit, and I was like, oh my God, what does this do? And I just couldn't get it. And I watched some tutorials, and there were some tutorials that were, oh, this is how you make a rhombus. Well, what the crap? Who wants to make a rhombus? And actually, this is the intro song for one of my favorite YouTube redstone builders, K1. But yeah, who wants to make a rhombus? What are you going to use a rhombus for in your build? So that's why I started doing those tutorials. And hey, like a lot of my viewers, they saw them and they're like, oh my God, that's so cool. You know, that's how you do that. And actually there's one of my viewers, she's actually Norwegian, Helder. Yeah, every time I drop a tutorial, you know, within an hour or so, she's watched it and she's got questions. Hey, how do you do this? Or I was watching this and I don't quite understand this. And to me, that's cool. To me, that is one of the greatest things about doing this is when people see something that you've done or that you've shown and they then ask questions. Like, hey, I saw this and I'm still not quite clear. Can you show me how you did it? Absolutely, I can. And like I said, you know, even if I didn't have anybody watching my channel, I would still continue to make the videos because it started out and has stayed therapy for me. You know, I'm not quite sure how I want to. But it's, I enjoy the hell out of it. And I think I will enjoy the hell out of it for a long time. And you know, the second I don't enjoy it anymore is when I'll have to stop and reflect on probably on my life choices. But for now, I enjoy it. Yeah, she, you know, and her son actually built her a computer recently because she wanted a computer that would do certain things, and one of which was super cool Minecraft stuff. And you know, and I think I was out I was out clothes shopping with the girls, and you know what, this is gonna have to be a full vlog just to get the look to maintain. I was out clothes shopping with the girls, with the kids, and she sent me some sent me some whispers on Twitch. You know, she's asking some questions and about video cards and stuff, and she's like, "What do you think about this one?" And I said, "Well, that's a pretty good card. You'll be able to do this and this, and plus for the money, it's actually pretty decent." And then I actually, there are certain video cards that I warn people away from. One of which is the video card that I have, and it's the same video card that Taiko's got. And the reason that I warn people away from it is because it is expensive. It is really expensive. And most people don't need, by most people I mean me included, do not need this video card. And if I were to do it over, I would not buy it. Just because the cost is ridiculous, and the benefit of it just doesn't made up with the cost. And I even told her, I said, "Look," I said, "whatever you do not buy the 1080 Ti, or the 2080 Ti rather. It's just not worth it." And she said, "Oh, don't worry, I wasn't going to." So it's not quite coming out the way I wanted it to. I'm gonna have to. Oh shoot! Oh crap! There we go. Sometimes you just gotta get a little creative with the way it's laying out. And we're gonna have to do this up here. I gotta think about that a little bit. I want to do standard Minecraft roof thing, standard Minecraft roof trick. Oh, I can't hit that angle. How about now? And then do a little bit of this. Oh, maybe. I'm gonna leave that there. How it feels. That's the other thing I do is I like to do that. I like to see how something, build something, see how it feels. Come back and look at it later. Is that what I wanted? Is that what I was thinking? Sometimes the answer is no. No. I gotta think about that. I never really understood on that. Never understood shutters until I saw Vigo and Ducon doing that. Oh God, why are they doing that? What is the sense in doing that? Yeah, man. And then I started doing it, and I realized very quickly what the point of doing shutters is. All right. I think, actually, we're going to go ahead and pause here for the night. Because I am, how they say, tired. I have to get up in about 4 hours, go to work for the next 24 hours. And, yeah. So, we're going to go ahead and leave it here. We're still working on some things, figuring it out. We're having fun. We're doing weird, wacky stuff with 115.2. And things that aren't normal with 115.2. But hey, it's going to be alright. I do think we need to do... I think we need to do something here. But I haven't decided what that is yet. So, like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell. This is Ronan. You all have yourself a good day, a good night, and a good morning. And we'll see you on Wednesday, the next stream. We're going to be live from Soror, and then we're going to be live from WhaleBorough on Wednesday. So, y'all take care now. Bye-bye.